What's up guys, Behringer here, and welcome to another Magic the Gathering unboxing video. This time we're going to open the Magic 2014 Core Set Booster Box. And we're going to jump right into it. It's been a while since I've made an unboxing video. There's a lot to talk about, but we'll have to do it while we're opening cards. Otherwise, this video is going to be 2 hours. So let's get into this and see what kind of epic pulls we can manage here. And of course we have Chandra the Pyromancer on the front. Also we have some spam with her on it. I am of course joined by Garrick the Slayer. He's going to be our good luck charm as always for these type of events. May he bless us with epic pulls. Here we go. Alright. First pack is a trading post. Appears to be an artifact. 4 mana. Pay 1 and tap it to discard a card, gain 4 life. Pay 1 tap, pay 1 life, put a 0/1 white ghost creature token onto the battlefield. Or you can sacrifice a creature to return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Or you can sacrifice an artifact, draw a card. Actually, now that I'm seeing this and reading it, I remember this card. For some reason. I think it's a pretty good card. I don't know, it seems decent. But yeah, I'm recording this actually the day after Christmas. I'd planned to do some unboxing videos long before now, but you know how it is, family and all that gets in the way. And food and drinks and Star Wars marathons and all that kind of stuff. Oh! Pardon the foil interruption. We got a foil Goblin Diplomats. 2 mana, it's a rare. You can tap it. Each creature attacks this turn to Fable. And the shininess is really screwing with my lighting. And, excuse me, the rare is Zathrid Necromancer. Pay 3 mana, 2/2. Whenever Zathrid Necromancer or another human creature you control dies, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. And I've actually seen this card in a lot of top 10 best Magic 2014 cards type lists, so seems pretty good. But yeah, so this is day after Christmas. I hope everyone had a good Christmas. I hope everyone got lots of Magic cards for Christmas that they can open. I know I did. And I'll be opening them with you. And this next one I know is a good card. Scavenging Ooze. 2 mana, 2/2. You can pay 1 to exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, put a +1/+1 counter on Scavenging Ooze and you gain 1 life. This, I know this card is good because I was building a deck. I was looking into a lot of green-blue builds because that's what primary deck that my girlfriend has. And she plays Magic with me, but she doesn't like building her own decks. She likes playing, but the whole deck construction isn't her thing. So I build decks for her, and yeah, I know that the Scavenging Ooze is in a lot of green-blue, green-white decks. I know that's a good card. And I know that this Nightmare, 6 mana, is not such a good card. You can pause that and read it if you want. Oh yeah, I hope we get some of these. Archangel of Thune, that'd be great if we got a few of those. But yeah, then I hope everyone has a good New Year also. I'm not sick, I swear. I don't know, something in my throat, but Colossal Whale. I saw this on a top 10 list too. 7 mana, whale creature, 5/5 with Island Walk. Whenever Colossal Whale attacks, you may exile target creature your defending player controls until Colossal Whale leaves the battlefield. Actually, that is pretty damn good. Imagine a deck with 4 of those and 4 Stormtide Leviathans in it. That'd be nasty. But yeah, no, and for New Year's, speaking of New Year's, I'm going to actually do a sweet giveaway. So you guys should stay tuned for that. Next rare is Oath of the Ancient Wood. 3 mana enchantment. Whenever Oath of the Ancient Wood or another enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. And it seems like 2014 is all about the +1/+1 counters. Yeah, we finished the Theros block, so now we're going to be on to the 2014 core set stuff. Next rare, Into the Wilds, 4 mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield. That's pretty cool. So yeah, you guys should let me know what Magic the Gathering stuff you got for Christmas. I have a funny story about that. So I made a list, right, of all the Magic... Oh. Foil Interruption, Death Gaze, Cockatrice, whatever that is. Okay. Oh, and Mythic Interruption. Ring of 3 Wishes, 5 mana artifact. Ring of 3 Wishes enters the battlefield with 3 wish counters on it. You can pay to remove a wish counter from Ring of 3 Wishes. Dear God, tongue twister. And you can search your library for a card and put that card into your hand and then shuffle your library. So it's pretty cool, except it's got a high mana cost. If you have to pay 5 to play it, and then another 5 to use its ability. I don't know. I don't know how good that actually is. But yeah, so I made my Christmas list of all the Magic the Gathering stuff that I wanted. And my Fiendslayer Paladin, that's a badass card. 3 mana. 2/2, first strike, lifelink, and Fiendslayer Paladin can't be the target of black or red spells your opponent controls. But yeah, so anyways, so my girlfriend told her sister what I wanted. She didn't believe me that I wanted Magic cards. In fact, she wanted me to Skype with her on Christmas morning when I was opening presents, so she could see me open it, because she didn't believe that I wanted, you know, that's what I wanted. That's pretty funny. And our next rare, Pyromancer's Gauntlet. It's going to be a 5 mana artifact. A lot of artifacts in this so far. If a red instant or sorcery spell you control, or a red planeswalker you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals that much damage +2 to that permanent or player instead. And that's obviously Chandra's Gauntlet right here that we're seeing. Once again, kind of in the same boat as the Ring of 3 Wishes, where it's good, but it's got a high mana cost, 5 mana. I don't know. I don't know how useful it'd actually be. And our next rare is Mindsparker, 3 mana. Creature, elemental, first strike, 3/2. Whenever an opponent casts a white or blue instant or sorcery spell, Mindsparker deals 2 damage to that player. That's pretty good, actually. A good sideboard card if you know your opponent's deck. It could be very good. And our next rare is going to be Wild Ricochet, 4 mana, instant. You may choose new targets for target instant or sorcery spell, then copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Hell yeah. That actually seems really good. I haven't seen any decks or heard of any that have that in there, but that seems really strong. And for the next rare mythic, Colonian Hydra, 5 mana, 0/0 with trampled. Colonian Hydra enters the battlefield with 4+1/+1 counters on it. Whenever Colonian Hydra attacks, double the number of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. That's what I'm saying. The 2014 set seems to be all about +1/+1 counters. And there's a lot of, and I know we don't care about uncommons and all that, but this set actually has a lot of good uncommons in it. Next rare, Guardian of the Ages. Whoa, 7 mana. Artifact creature golem, 7/7 with defender. When a creature attacks, or a planeswalker, you or a planeswalker you control, if Guardian of the Ages has defender, it loses defender and gains trample. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, there's a lot of good uncommons in this one. Wish we had time to go through them all, but that would make this video way longer than it probably is already going to be. Lightning Talons is it's a common foil interruption. Okay. And here we go. We got Jace, Memory Adept. Hell yeah, 5 mana planeswalker, mythic. You can add 1 loyalty, draw a card. Target player puts the top card of his or her library into his or her graveyard. For 0, target player puts the top 10 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. And his ultimate, for 7 loyalty, any number of target players each draw 20 cards. So, and this card is arguably one of the best cards of this set also. And especially if you have one of those decks where you're going for a win, a card win, that card right there could be key in that kind of build, making your opponent run out of cards. And here's a foil. Foil Gnawing Zombie. That actually looks pretty cool. And our rare is going to be Tidebender Mage. It's going to be 2 mana, Merfolk Wizard. When Tidebender Mage enters the battlefield, tap target red or green creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as you control Tidebender Mage. So if you know you're playing a red or green deck, that could be good, I guess. And another foil. Foil Brindlebore. And this is really... That's an argument against the whole every card looks good in foil thing, because that card does not look very good, even in foil. Our rare, though, is Dismiss into the Dream, 7 mana enchantment. Each creature each creature your opponent controls is an illusion in addition to its other types, and has, when this creature becomes a target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. Pretty good, but once again, it's high mana cost. I don't know. And yet another artifact. Door of Destinies, 4 mana. As Door of Destinies enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, put a charge counter on Door of Destinies. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1 for each charge counter on Door of Destinies. That's interesting. There's a lot you can do with +1/+1 counters. Oh, here's a Diabolic Tutor. That's pretty cool. Yeah, once again, there's a lot of good uncommons. Diabolic Tutor being one of them. And, oh, here's a rare. This is actually one of the cards I was looking for. Seraph of the Sword, 4 mana, angel, 3/3, with flying. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt Seraph of the Sword. So this thing, it's kind of like, I guess, the reverse of Indestructible. Because instead of, I mean, obviously it can still be killed by spells and stuff, but combat damage is prevented. That's pretty cool. I just need about 3 more of those. And another foil. Now this one actually looks pretty cool. Flesh Pulper Giant. This guy looks badass in foil. And our rare is going to be Gale Rider Sliver, 1 mana, 1/1. Sliver creatures you control have flying. And I forgot 2014 has a lot of Sliver creatures in it. I don't know if 2015 didn't have. I know there's a Sliver Hive and like the Sliver Hive Lord and stuff, but I don't really know. I can't remember any other ones really in 2015. And speaking of slivers, we've got Bone Sky Sliver. It's going to be 4 mana. Sliver creatures you control have double strike. That's pretty badass. The first, back in the day, I had a Sliver deck, and it was really good. I've been thinking of building another one, but there's so many decks I want to build, so little time, I also have that that all foil Sliver promo deck. It costs me way too much money that I'm gonna unbox one of these days. Also, our next rare is Burning Earth, 4 mana enchantment. Whenever a player taps a non-basic land for mana, Burning Earth deals 1 damage to that player. This would really screw me over on some of my decks, because while I think basic lands are kind of not very good at the moment, that card could really screw me over on most of my decks. Because I mean, your choice of lands these days, it seems like, is just as important as your choice of creatures and spells and all that. But then you get cards like that. Our next rare is Bog Brew Witch, 4 mana, 1/3 creature. You can pay 2 mana and tap it. Search your library for a card named Festering Newt or Bubbling Cauldron. Put it onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library. Okay. That's kind of interesting. But yeah. I mean, all my decks seem to only have a couple of basic lands in them, and the rest are all... all kinds of special stuff. Shocks on front, that's a classic. And a rare, another Sliver, Thorncaster Sliver. Pay 5 mana. It's 2/2. Sliver creatures you control have, whenever this creature attacks, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Okay. All right. And we got a foil island. This looks pretty cool in foil. I'll take that one. And, of course, another rare artifact. Citronic Resonator, 2 mana. And you can pay 2 and tap it. Copy target triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for that copy. And that could be really strong in some decks. And it doesn't have a super high mana cost, unlike these other artifacts have seemed to, so it could even be playable. But yeah, and then oh, Vastwood Hydra costs X +2. Vastwood Hydra enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. When Vastwood Hydra dies, you may distribute a number of +1/+1 counters equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on Vastwood Hydra among any number of creatures you control. Once again with the counters. I guess that's the theme of 2014. And on front, another Sliver. And let's see. Our rare's Grim Return, 3 mana. Instant, choose target creature card in a graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn. Put that card onto the battlefield under your control. That's weird art. She's just holding the sword. Okay, whatever. That's pretty cool art. And the next rare is going to be another Sliver. Siphon Sliver. 3 mana. Sliver creatures you control have lifelink. Great. Yeah, it took me. I was playing I have the Magic 2015 online game. And I was trying to play through single player to get, more boosters because my deck on there sucks. And it took me forever to beat the Sliver guy. Dear God. Our next rare though is Lifebane Zombie, 3 mana. With Intimidate, this creature can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and/or creatures that share a color with it. When Lifebane Zombie enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a green or white creature card from it, then exile that card. Alright. But yeah, the Sliver guy, Magic 2015, huge pain in the ass. I mean, unless you of course pay the money to buy all the DLC to unlock all the cards, then I'm sure you could easily beat him. But yeah, without doing that, your deck's pretty much shit, like mine, and it's hard to beat a lot of the AI players. Next rare is Imposing Sovereign, 2 mana. Creatures your opponent control enter the battlefield tapped. Yeah, I have a couple of these already. I got it out of one of the Theros event decks or something. I don't know what to make of it really yet. It's one of those things that seems like it could be really good. I haven't seen any decks that really take advantage of it. like to build a deck to try, but once again, who has the time? Our next rare is Lily Anna's Reaver. Aside from being a sliver heavy, expansion here, 2014 also has probably the most tongue twisters of any of anything I've opened. But it's 4 mana zombie creature, 4/3 with death touch. Whenever Liliana's Reaver deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card and you put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield tapped. Yeah, 2014 doubles as speech therapy. Dear God. Only a few packs left. Still not even one Archangel of Thune. What the hell? Our next rare, though, is Indestructibility, 4 mana. Enchantment Aura. Enchanted permanent has Indestructible. Okay. You put that on the Seraph of the Sword, then you're good to go. And we got a foil sliver. Foil striking sliver. It's pretty cool. And our rare Goblin Diplomats, which we already got one of. Actually, we already got a foil of that one. And we're down to the last three. The last 3 packs of our 2014 core set booster box. And of course, this is only the beginning. We have much more 2014 stuff to open. And we've got another Colossal Whale, which we've already gotten one of, so we won't go through that. Come on, Garrick. We got some good pulls. We've got a Jace. We got a Foil Island, so, it's a good box at that point. Rare from this one is going to be Ogre Battle Driver. 4 mana, 3/3. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, that creature gets +2/+0 and gains haste until the end of the turn. It's not bad. Last pack. Let's see if this suffers from the last pack is always shit curse. Oh. I guess not. We got a Mythic out of the last pack. Devout Invocation, 7 mana, sorcery. Tap any number of untapped creatures you control. Put a put a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying onto the battlefield for each creature tapped this way. So that's pretty badass. So I guess the last pack wasn't shit after all. Well, guys, that's been our Magic 2014 core set booster box opening. Thanks for watching. Once again, I hope you guys all had some good holidays. Actually, as a matter of fact, I hope you're all drunk right now while watching this video. Have good holidays. Have a good New Year. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.